Hey everybody, welcome to the live. Welcome. I am just about to start tidying the kitchen. You can take a look around and see that it looked like someone backed up a dump truck and unloaded in this kitchen. So today, I'm going to get it ready for the holidays. I'm going to be washing some dishes. But the first order of business is to create like an ambiance. So I got to have something like something steaming in the background. I like this coffee creamer. It's like a Folgers. What is it called? A Dunkin'. I'm gonna tell you in a second. My mind is not on coffee right now. It is on getting this entire apartment ready for the holidays. But it's a creamer. You know, you've seen this. It's a creamer that lets off this Starbucks type scent. You know, and it fills up the whole apartment. It's, you know, if you've ever been in a Starbucks, you know what I'm talking about. And what I do is I just put this in the steamer over here, which is a pressure cooker, but I use it for a steamer. So that's the first order of business, because nothing invigorates you and energizes you like putting a scented oil in an infuser, or you know, cooking something like your favorite food and having the scent of it fill the apartment. Well, this does it for me, this creamer. You know, when I walk into a Starbucks, it automatically energizes me. It just synergizes me. I love the scent of cinnamon, spices. I love the scent of banana bread. You know, most types of cakes. And put a little water in there. Like that. Okay. That's all it is. Throw that in there like that. Cut the steamer on. And I like to let the pressure build up before I cut the steamer on, you know, which is just turning the knob, because you know that pressure builds up and then it all just like explodes out like a volcano. Fills the whole apartment up. I've had my neighbors come over and ask me, are you fixing coffee? No, I'm not a real coffee person. It gives me the jitters. Although I have had some coffee in Chapel Hill. There was a mom and pop coffee, a mobile coffee shop. And their beans, I mean, the way they made their coffee, it didn't give me the jitters all day long. I can't see your comment, so let me see if I can put it on. Hold on, let me scroll back. Let me scroll. But it energized me without giving me the jitters. And that was the best coffee. It lasted all day. It gave me energy. It was the best coffee I've ever had. So more than likely, if you're going to get coffee and the only thing that you have access to is the gas station coffee, you want to, you know, maybe look on Yelp or something like that to see if you can find a mobile coffee shop. And I'm sure you'll love it. You know, because they most likely get some of the premium coffee beans. All right, back to the task at hand. So y'all see that I have been cooking, and I have been busy in the kitchen, and I have been preoccupied with so many other things that I haven't had time to, tidy up. And it would be such an easy task if I just, did it as I went along. This, and that way everything wouldn't have gotten to this point of tipping over. So I'm just waiting for my creamer to start steaming, and then I'll go into second gear. I'll start going, washing dishes, and I might as well fill up the sink with some hot water now. And start loading it up. And if y'all want to clean your kitchen or your bedroom, make your bed up with me, then, by all means, get your rags out. You know what I do? If I don't have any rags from the store, I cut my old clothes up that might have holes in them or something like that. And I have a whole rag bag here because of clothes that I didn't throw away. I just cut them up. You can just sit and cut clothes up while you're watching YouTube, TikTok, whatever. Then you have a whole bag of rags to clean your bathroom up or whatever. Wipe down your balcony. All right. Got my Dawn dish soap. And as far as cleaning supplies, I've got these pink gloves here. Now, I would have rather used yellow gloves, but I found that they kept ripping on me. I could just, rub my finger up against the edge of a plate, and it seemed like it would rip the yellow glove. So I started using the tougher, durable glove. And I'll be getting around to washing those dishes soon. So back to cleaning supplies. I keep some awesome, it's awesome. I think it costs like $1.25, $1 to $1.25 at the Dollar Tree, and this thing cleans everything. It gets the brake dust off of rims and tires. It everything, anything, concrete. You can clean concrete with this stuff, but you have to dilute it to your specific needs. Like, you can take some of this and 1 cup to 1/4 water would be enough to clean rims with. And if you have any idea, how strong brake dust is, then you kind of can, make a contrast of that. It doesn't have to be fully concentrated for this to be useful in most applications. All right. And we're starting to get some steam here. I would bring y'all over here and let y'all see what's going on in the refrigerator. Welcome everybody, welcome to the live. I'm straightening up my kitchen, tidying up for the holidays. I welcome y'all to join in and tidy up your places too. Tidy up your room. You know, sometimes if I don't feel like doing something and, you know, I see how someone else is tackling it, then you know, it'll put me into gear. So that's what I'm doing today. And hopefully it doesn't take no longer than an hour, because I got to go through all kinds of stuff like this calendar. I got this calendar from my insurance agent, and it's a tractor calendar. And don't let the cat out the bag. I plan on giving this to my grandmother. She's from the old school. And you know, it's got all these neat calendars and neat tractors in there. See that one? Look at that. That's neat. I bet you these are ready to put in work too. Got a John Deere there. One of the best farm all. Oh, these antique tractors. You know, look at that one. That is unbelievable. You see that? Man, I didn't know they had tractors like that back in the days. That's incredible. Kind of feat of ingenuity. So yeah, you know, my insurance agent blessed me with this tractor. You know, this tractor calendar. I'll be handing that off to my grandmother soon. All right. And I got to find me some trash bags here. Give me a moment. I will be right back. A hot second. Alright. I'm gonna grab a trash bin. In there. This in there. Welcome to the live, everyone. Welcome. Make yourself comfortable. Tidying up the kitchen, getting it ready for the holidays. It's a mess. Looks like someone backed up the dump truck to it and just unloaded. And we're going to get all of this done today. I like to hold on to these jars because sometimes you can put you know, different stuff in them. You know, I mean, every now and then I'll juice my own juices, and I like to use glass jars to store my juices in. Whatever I'm juicing, oranges, grapefruit, I'm putting some apples in the juices, mixing in some herbs and things like that. You know, just trying to move away from plastic. All right. Gotta find somewhere to put this aloe vera juice. This is some good stuff right here. If you don't drink this and you have inflammation or you know, stomach problems, this is not medical advice. I'm just sharing what works for me. But if you you know, if you have a problem with inflammation, you need something to soothe it, this aloe vera juice is some really good stuff, and I recommend it. Not medical advice stuff. I ain't trying to get a lawsuit. Got to find some room in this cabinet. kinds of stuff in this kitchen. So yeah, I guess you could say I'm very inventive. Let's throw that in there. See how that center coffee puts me in second gear? And I have an idea of what I have to do. Coffee puts me in second gear. And I have an idea of what I have to do. Now, behind me is the pantry where I've already put a lot of things. If I could switch the camera around, I can let y'all see that. How do I do that? Nope. What's this? As you can see, it is already full. It's already got, there's no room to put anything in the pantry because all my books are in there. I'm a bookworm. So no room there. And thanks to all of the I'm not a hoarder. It's just that they have some good yard sales around here, and then they got the Habitat store. Yeah, pardon me while I get this back to where it was positioned before. And a lot of that stuff is, it's not easy to pass up. Especially when you're feeling like, okay, these people need the money. They're selling some nice things. It looked like some of these things have sentimental value. They're giving it up. The least I could do is take it off their hands. Especially if it has some utility. So, yeah. Like this coffee maker. I do not drink a lot of coffee. So I've been in situations where I get ready to let go of something, and then as soon as I let it go, I need it for something. Yeah, I've been in that situation. That's one of the that's irritating, ain't it? That's because then you have to run out and look for it, and none of the stores sell it. You have to order online. And I think that's just the way of the world. It's always something. The world always presents you with some type of challenge. And it's kind of a default. It happens over and over again. And no matter how much you prepare yourself, it's almost as if, it happens over and over again. And no matter how much you prepare yourself, it's almost as if, like some people think this is a simulation. I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into that conversation. Not going to go there. If I get into one conspiracy theory, then it'll roll over to a bunch of other ones. They're kind of, it's all attached to the same rabbit hole, and you don't know how deep the rabbit hole goes. Sort of type stuff. And I got 2 more herbs from the herb store. I got a ultimate grain zone. This is a herb that I used back in the day to give me energy. I would eat this with raisins and I would have energy all day. And all it takes is like, for me, it would take about 3 pills. And I got some focus attention. And I used to use this back in the days to, to focus in on whatever I was doing. At the time, I couldn't focus. I was living too hard, doing too many things, and I had offended too many people, and a lot of that stuff stayed on the back of my mind. So whenever I would try to focus on something, my mind would go off and, to these other things. But with that focused attention, all of that stuff would clear out. Like drinking a glass of alcohol and forgetting about, things long enough to, avoid self-consciousness. So it's pretty good for that. I'm not recommending it. I'm suggesting that if you need something to focus, that would be good. But I can't recommend it because I don't know if people have allergies. You see what I'm saying? So, see where I'm going with that? But it worked. It was amazing for me. So like a miracle herb. Like I was saying, some of these yard sales around here are so good, can't really pass it up. And a lot of people, they get rid of things that are sentimental, and you think to yourself, these people must be in need of money. They're in a cash crunch, and if it's something that you could utilize, why not? Why not take it off their hands and support the people in your community at the same time? It's sort of like that trickle-down Reaganomics. Well, what are you going to do? Give your money to a corporation who's going to try to steal your property out from under you when they get rich? When the corporation starts doing good, then that could be bad for the community. So, strengthen your community, and you lock in your spot in that community. It's like the Green Bay Packers. They have the whole community is invested in it, so everyone gets a piece of the dividends somehow or another. All right. When I wipe down my counters, I just wipe everything off on the floor since I'm going to come back and sweep anyway. Just, let it fall down like snow. Get all that stuff off of the counters. Everything on the floor. Because if you go trying to wipe it in your hands and going back and forth to the trash, there's a mathematical system that calculates how much movement it takes to complete a task and all that stuff. And if you calculate it, your steps, you will see you could just go through and wipe off all the counters real quick, and then come back with the broom. It's not a whole lot of back and forth. Just makes it really simple. There's some things I've learned along the way, trial and error. But I work for a manufacturing plant who trial and error. But I work for a manufacturing plant who were really money crunching. You know, they were trying to make them quotas, and everybody's task and the way they did their task was it was really serious. You know, I mean, it made people feel like any little thing they did would affect the company's revenue. So, you know, we had floor managers that would come around and monitor us like police. But, I mean, if you had a business, I guess you would do the same thing. You're trying to stay in business. I want to welcome everyone to the live. Thanks for joining. I'm straightening the kitchen. You know, I could just, like I said, I'm wearing these pink gloves because the yellow ones, they're not durable at all. You know, I could just, they give way. I don't know what it is about this material, but some plastics, I don't know what it is about this material, but some plastics seem to cause them to dissolve. You know, that's not the type of rubber I'm used to. You know, it's strange. And although ammonia is a chemical, I think that ammonia is a lot more natural than bleach. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Leave a comment if you think bleach is better than ammonia. What do you think? What do you use? Do you use Awesome, ammonia, or bleach? What are y'all using? Ray Ronaldo says you waved that. Oh, I waved that, Ronaldo. Okay. Yeah. I'll go between bleach and ammonia. If I'm going to use bleach, I'd use it in the bathroom. I don't use it in the kitchen. And I'll go from using Awesome and bleach in the bathroom and ammonia and Awesome in the kitchen. I really appreciate y'all joining me for this live. And if y'all want to join in and straighten up your living space with me, you know, I mean, it's not like yoga or anything like that. You know, we're was doing yoga together, but I mean, sometimes seeing someone tidy up and sanitize inspires me too. I look to social media for inspiration. I'm like an Indiana Jones on. I look to social media for inspiration. I'm like an Indiana Jones on social media. YouTube. I mean, it's almost a religion for me. So yeah, a lot of people like to get their dishwater nice and hot, and then they wash dishes. It's not all that hot. I mean, because most of the time, before I use the dish, I'll rinse it out. I'll rinse it out anyway. That's why a lot of times I don't go. That's why a lot of times I don't go over other people's houses to eat or eat. No, that sounds bad, don't it? I don't go over people's houses to eat. I don't know how they sanitize. You know, I have my routines. Like I said, I'm accustomed to spraying off my plate with ammonia before I eat off of it. Now, if you invited me over, you might be able to get me to come over if I was over there and I saw that you use plastic or styrofoam plates and cups and things like that. But yeah, so that's, if you ever wonder, if you're a neighbor and you're on my live and you wonder why I don't ever come over to your place, then that cat's out that bag. So, if you just joined, welcome to the live. Appreciate you coming in and supporting. If you want to leave a heart and a festive burst, you know, the goal is 10 festive bursts today, and I'm looking to celebrate sanitation. You know, if you want to join the team, come and join. I don't do battles. I don't look for battles. If I'm invited to one, I might join just to, just be a part of another segment of the community. You know, just make new friends. Because sometimes people will invite, will welcome others, their followers to follow your TikTok. So it doesn't hurt to kind of explore the community and join in on something, even if I don't win a battle. I mean, you gotta get your feet wet. You gotta get in there, get your feet wet sometimes, and try new things. And lo and behold, you might actually like it. You might say to yourself, you know what, I like this battle. I like to battle things. Let me find people who wants to be a part of a team to feel some sort of, sense of achievement by fighting for the underdog. I personally love to fight for the underdog. When the underdog, grows and, has potential to become a big dog. Because if you fight for the same underdog, if you fight for the same underdog all your life, that's not an underdog. That's an energy vampire. We don't fight for vampires. Vampires will mess you up in the long run. They'll drain you. But fighting for the underdog, that gives us spirit. We can look back on that and feel a sense of accomplishment, and that we have lived in our purpose. So, wondering what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the copper steel pad. Let me tell you something. Copper steel pad. Let me tell you something. This steel pad that I got from Dollar General, it refuses to rust. It will not rust. I've used the other pads, and this right here, I've had it for a couple of weeks. Normally the pads and this right here, I've had it for a couple of weeks. Normally the thing is going strong. It just feels good to have things that work, that you can count on. It just feels good to have things that work, that you can count on, and that you feel like you're getting your money's worth with. That is making America great, you know what I mean? That's what makes America great. I'm not trying to fan no flames. There's a lot of stuff. I say is not as reliable. Alright. I might have to run to the store and get some new gloves. You see that's tearing, and it didn't keep out the moisture, so even the pink gloves have their limitations. So that's gone. This one's fine. It didn't bust open. But like I was saying just a while ago, these gloves were more durable and it didn't bust open. But like I was saying just a while ago, these gloves were more durable than the, like I was saying just a while ago, these gloves were more durable than the, like I was saying just a while ago, these gloves were more durable than the yellow ones that I covered, the threshold, and I don't know, some through that one. And I don't know exactly what some of this stuff is, some of these chemicals. And I don't know exactly what some of this stuff is, some of these chemicals are, but it could be some of this stuff like this that I was using. This is it's a glue away. So what it does is it cleans up gunk, and I might have, gotten some of that on the tip of those gloves when I was working with them, and that caused it to eat through the rubber, because rubber got oil on it, and so yeah, that's likely what happened. I'm just rinsing off these dishes now. And if you're joining in and you're a neighbor and you're watching my live, and if you feel free to come up and dry the dishes if you'd like to. If you feel it in your heart, if you want to come up and dry the dishes, I'm fine with that. I mean, like I said before, I said before, I am not beyond spraying with ammonia and wiping them down before I use them. That's why I don't put a lot of effort into drying them off and things like that. Put a lot of effort into drying them off and things like that. I'll sanitize them and then sanitize them again. And most of the time, I'll cut the whole process out, and I'll get these. Most of the time, I'll cut the whole process out, and I'll get these styrofoam plates, and won't bother with washing dishes. And I'll get these styrofoam plates, and won't bother with washing dishes for a good 3 or 4 weeks. Keep the kitchen nice and tidy. Keep the kitchen nice and tidy. So yeah, I'm not going to stay in this kitchen all day. I got other things to do. I have to get ready to get on the road. I got some business to take care of with AT&T, and AT&T is attempting to charge me for a service that I did not get to me. If I push my number over to the new mobile, then they would give me a discount, and she couldn't tell me how much I would be saving before I said no thank you. So I don't know what they're trying to do, trying to extract some money out of me. That's what they're trying to do. they're not going to get it. So I got to go up there today and get that taken care of. It would be nice if I could do it online, but they have to have some kind of code